Yeah, there you go.
All right, welcome. We are live. Sorry, we're a couple minutes delayed. We were having a weird. Well, Amber, this was like before you hopped on. You missed out on like our coming and going like 20 different times because it was quite rough getting it figured out because I don't know, like listening to yourself echo back is really distracting and annoying.
I loved it. It was great.
Did you?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, I fixed it then. All right. It was annoying. Okay. For half a minute, I had to reflect back on what book we read.
I know, it was so long ago. Like, it was so long ago.
I appreciate the accommodations for my being football obsessed and not wanting to do a buddy read during a football game.
I think it was crazy times too, right now, like where everybody's busy. I'm sure, Jen, you're dealing with crazy weather issues or something out there, right?
I've been out there trying to shovel my driveway all morning and all day. So,
oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you have power, so that is a positive.
That's good. I was thinking, I'm like, is she going to have power? Or like...
It's the first time we've had some type of disaster and not lost power, so I was happy. Hi, Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Hi, Megan.
All right. Well, let's just dive right in, I guess. So we're sticking with our notes, like our card system, where we're going to write down our rating. And thanks for the reminder of that, Amber. That was also part of our little delay.
I was like, rushes to get a notepad.
So we read Cursed King by Julie Saman. Many of you might know her as J. Saman. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine, I will might have to explain it, but hopefully it makes sense to everybody.
Hopefully you guys can see. Or is that backwards for me?
No.
No, you're good.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But mine's backwards.
No, nobody's is backwards.
Nobody's
can
backwards.
It just looks like it, I think,
you.
when you use your phone.
Yeah.
I do that every month, and I'm so stupid.
I do that every time. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to explain mine. It says 4 to a 5. So because it ended on that cliffhanger, I always have a problem with rating a duet, like without finishing the whole thing, because it kind of feels like stopping in the middle of a book and saying, okay, give it a rating. When like the ending often has a huge impact on how I feel about a book. So I rated it a 4. And then I read, I listened to Cursed Queen. I keep saying these backwards, so I gotta really pay attention. And when I finished both books, then I was like, this was a 5-star for me. So I went back and changed my previous rating to a 5. Okay.
Did everybody listen to or read the whole duet? Because I had an ALC for both, so I did actually finish the duet. So I was kind of interested to see if you guys were able to get to the second part too.
No, I only got the first one. I don't have time to jump into the second one yet.
All right, Jessica, do you plan to read or listen to the second one? How about you, Jen?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. What was your rating? Was it 4?
It wasn't bad. Yeah, it was a 4. I mean, I'm not saying it's just like I don't really care to, and I have other things. But if I have time, then I will. But I just it was good, and I kind of can guess kind of what happens. So
I don't think it was a cliffhanger, but it wasn't a horrible cliffhanger.
No. I think it was more a plot, like suspense cliffhanger, but they were like already together. I think mine was kind of like I rounded up a little bit with my rating because I felt like it was very insta-lust to insta-love with like a lot of like sex. And then he was like in love with her. They were like in love. And so I was like, wait, this is a duet. I thought it would be, I kind of wanted to be more slow of their relationship through a duet maybe. I think that's kind of what I was expecting because they were like already all in like by the end of it. And so I was like, well, where are we going with the second book? You know? So I was kind of interested to see where it went. So that's kind of like the only reason, like, you know, I had like not a 5-star or whatever was I kind of was like, wow, we're really already going there. It just felt like it was like spicy, smutty scenes kind of.
Good though. I mean, I enjoyed those.
They were good.
Yeah.
Megan rated it 3.5 stars, and she
Okay.
said it was a fairy tale. It reminded me of a Hallmark movie with smut added in, which was jarring, not my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
She will not continue. She's not interested in where it goes.
You know, Megan,
I will say I liked the second one better
you did
because I thought it worked on them more, like, but
like
and
building.
I also had an issue with the audio, so there was that.
You didn't like
I
the
don't
audio?
I thought it was weird because his accent was in and out. It wasn't throughout the entire book. And sometimes he sound American. So, like, I love him. But like then when the female would narrate and do his voice, she had a thicker accent. And so it kept pulling me out being like, what? Like, wait, what's going on? So I just wish they would have like gone with somebody that like had an accent if that's where they were going with it. So it's like, if she didn't do an accent for him, I probably wouldn't even like, but it was so different. So that was the only thing that kind of took me out of it a little bit. And I thought it was going to be darker, like her going darker. I didn't think it was that dark. I just thought it was like more smuttier, like sexier, like spice,
Have you read a lot of her books?
I've only read that one where it's like they're like the doctors,
Ooh, yeah.
what is that series called? The Irresistibly whatever ones?
Yeah. Irresistibly.
Yeah. A lot of her series have doctors in them though, so.
Oh, it was the most recent one that she like was doing. I only read like the last 3 or 4 of them.
The Undeniably, like
yes, that's what I mean. Sorry, I said
okay. She actually has a doctor, like a different series that is like Dr. Scandalous and like those. So, but yeah, most of her books are doctors and billionaires. So I would totally agree that it was not dark. Jessica and I talked about this. We kind of felt like it was a lot more on the romantic suspense side. But I've read a lot of her books under Julie Saman, which I really like her writing. And I would say that I could definitely see why she felt like she needed to be like, these are different. I don't know that the really trying to say it was dark romance was really accurate, but I do understand why it's very different from her other things that she read or wrote, so I can see where she wanted to like differentiate.
Yeah, it's kind of like with Kristen Proby. She's like did this Mafia as like Natalie Kane, I think it was, and I was like, this doesn't really seem that dark or like too crazy, but it's like to kind of differentiate from like her different, usual small town contemporary. So I was like, oh, but I get it's like their first kind of just trying it out. Like maybe it could get darker. I don't know. I didn't bring it down for not being dark or anything. Like I've lost a little patience with repeated sex scenes with like no connection. And I was like, well, he was avoiding her for a lot of it to keep her at distance. Then they start having sex and all of a sudden he's like madly in love with her. And I'm like, why? Like we haven't even, so I wanted more like, of a slow burn. Huh?
I said, isn't that how it's supposed to work?
Well, I mean, you need a little bit more of a connection for me to be saying you love each other. You guys are just screwing.
I also don't think that it didn't help that there were time jumps, right? Like, it'd be a month later or 2 months later. So we didn't see that buildup as much of their relationship. And I think that, I know why she did that. I'm assuming it's to get to where we need to be in the story. But I think if we had less of that and more of seeing their interactions in between, that would have helped with that too.
Because there were some great moments, but I just wanted a little bit more, and I thought, okay, well, this is a duet, but we're like already like in love happily ever after. And I was like, where's the second part gonna go? So I did like what she did with the second part. I liked it a little bit more than I did this one. Because it was like more with their like relationship and like, troubles and, a marriage or like different things like that. Like I liked that, but I don't know.
Jessica, earlier you said for me to tell you if you needed to plug in.
And you're saying I need to plug in.
You're even going in and out of being blurry for me. I don't know about for everybody else.
Give me a second. I'll plug in. You guys can continue talking though while I plug in.
I was going to say,
we're just going to watch you silently.
Watch Jessica do
their release, like when he proposed to her, it had only been 4 months, So I was like,
yeah.
happened
Yep.
so quick. And then I was like, do you love her because you're getting to be the beast that you wanted to be in the bedroom, like and she wanted
And
it.
wasn't she a virgin and like all in on everything like instantly? So that always bugs me too. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like,
I liked how
I do like her other books better from the other series I read. Megan, like I did like those better than these ones, I think.
She has one of my favorite books. Like she wrote Love to Hate Her is one of my favorite books. Like of all time. It was so good. And I haven't continued with that series, but it was like a rock star room. It was phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. And the little girl in it, like oh my gosh, I want to. Such a good book.
I read that and I rated it 5 stars.
It was amazing. I mean, it was just amazing.
Oh, Mandy's like, what?
I read that.
I think about
I
it all the
can't
time.
remember the names of books. I mean, like,
yeah, it's hard.
So
You
much.
remember more than I do, though. You're typical. Like you'll be calling a book by its title and be like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Yeah, I was
And then
calling
she'll
her
say
other
something where
series.
I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that one. Okay."
I was calling it Irresistibly, and it was
I thought you were correct, though. It was undeniable. I thought you were
Undeniably.
correct.
Yeah.
oh, that's the one where his daughter is autistic and
Yes.
he's like, yes,
She
you would
did
probably like
such
it.
an amazing job. Such an amazing job with that. And how like she was like an integral part of the story too. It wasn't just like, oh, I have a kid and then like where the hell is the kid?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was I mean, really good.
I did like the kids in this too. I even like them more in like the second part.
Yeah.
Like I like those moments and
Yeah.
how close she gets with the kids and the kids hijinks and like the second one. Like they're cute. So I really appreciated that. You know, we were spending more time with them, I think, in the second one than like we were in the first. It was like kind of introducing, setting up the whole Beauty and the Beast retelling, getting those vibes going. So I can kind of see that. But yeah.
Megan says she's going to have to check that one out. Jessica and I both read Irresistibly Risky, which
I like that one.
is really good and it's so funny. They just won the Super Bowl and he's the quarterback and he's taken some nothing like hard, like anything that you shouldn't be taking.
Muscle relaxers
or something like that. And he's been drinking there at the bar and he's trying to hook up with this woman in the bathroom and things are not working.
Oh no.
And so he's like, hold on, I'll be right back. And like he runs out to find one of his friends that's one of the doctors who I think is in a different book to get some like Viagra. So his friend is like, I don't carry that on me. But again, he's drinking and all that. And then when he goes back, she's already gone. But things worked enough because she ended up pregnant.
Yeah. A little bit of pre. There's swimmers in the pre stuff.
It was so good though, because like books are never like that where like the guy has any issues, or if he does, then we're made to like hate him and think he's, you know, he's like the wrong guy. But it was
in the
so funny.
There's one Julia Wolf that I love where it was like, I think her college series or something, one of them. And it was so funny because it kind of reminds me of like that bad hookup. You know, she hooks up with him. He's just like going to town. He didn't do any foreplay, give her anything. And she was like very underwhelmed. And she was like, yeah, I'm good. And he was like, wait, everybody loves the way and he's like, then he had to like look at how he is with women this whole time. She's like, yeah, you were, and she just so blunt with him. Like, yeah, you were just after your own pleasure. You didn't even worry about me. We were done. And then you were like, and I loved that. And that's like kind of how it starts. And I was like, that's so real, because how many times does that really happen, especially with young guys,
Yep.
That's so funny. Yeah, I like her writing. So, I did like the book. I really enjoyed it. But I think I read the synopsis of the next book and I'm like, oh, it's exactly kind of follows what I thought was going to happen. I was really surprised to read in the synopsis that like they're already married or they're, it's like it happened quickly or whatever. And I was like, I just don't think that, just like what you said, like it was a cliffhanger, but not so much of a cliffhanger that I was like, I have to know what happens. It would be nice to know, but it's not something that I'm like,
I'll listen
And she
to
just
it
has
again.
a time jump in the second one where it's like they're already married, and I'm like, wait, they got married? I was like confused. I'm like, wait, what happened? You know? So it's kind of like, I don't know. I just didn't really feel like it needed to be a duet. Like, I think it could have been one book.
Yeah.
And it might have been better, I think, if she did it that way, since things really rushed with them. To me, at least, I felt like it rushed quickly between them. And then, but
Well, and Love to Hate Her, it was a really amazing slow burn. Like, just when you think they're going to get together, he's like, nah. I mean, yeah.
Well, and it's the first book in a new series, and I've talked with several authors that are always like, the first book is always the hardest one. Like, they get better as you go. So hopefully, as she gets going with more, then we'll fall in love with those even more. But
because they have to set up the whole thing and this whole world and everything.
Yeah.
And I did think like the second one had me intrigued to continue because the brother sounds like he's gonna have like a Cinderella retelling type of thing.
Yeah,
and so I was like, oh, that sounds good. So I mean, I definitely will keep going with the series because I mean, I think it can get better as you go along once they have everything established, you know, and set up.
The way it ended, so I think that impacted, like, the romantic suspense part towards the end was good, I thought. So, which was the second book. And so that's where I ended up with the 5. It's not going to be like on my top books of the year, so maybe I need to like think about how I give out 5s, and maybe 5 should only be like top books of the year. But I feel like a 5 is a book that I really loved. Like,
it was a 5 for you. It stays a 5. You don't have to change it.
Yeah,
you enjoyed it.
I know, but I'm thinking of other books she's written that I liked better. So that I'm just
well, I know, but you should be comparing
very quickly.
It's hard because I read like 2 books from the same series and I gave one 4, and then I was like, well, this one was better, but like it's not a 5. So I was like, do I give it a 4 or 4 point? You know, because I was comparing it to like the other one, and that's when it gets kind of hard because you're like, well, I want to rate this better than the other one, but it was kind of still, you know, solid read. Like 4 is nothing bad, you know, like 4 is still a good solid read, but
yeah. And like Jen just said, you rate it how you feel in the moment. In the moment you felt it was a 5. It's a 5.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, Megan's next comment is interesting to me.
Megan's always interesting.
No, not towards Megan, but for me. So she said, I think it bothered me that it was so heavy-handed of a retelling. It really hit all the main points of Beauty and the Beast. But for me, I read it and I was like, I don't really care for retellings. And I didn't really like, if somebody hadn't told me that it was a retelling, I don't know that I would have known it was. So we could have had
it was
experiences, but I'm also not like massively immersed into movies and things like that. I was probably like 8 or 9 when I watched Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I always say that. I saw this on a lot of reviews where people are like, well, I could tell where this was because it's exactly like Beauty and the Beast. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. She tells you that. So I don't really mind that it had those key points. I always want my Beauty and the Beast retelling, though, where him to actually be beastly, where he's like heavily scarred or like he's a scarred, damaged hero. Like I want more of that. And he's definitely doesn't have any of those aspects. So, I mean, it just had like the father, you know, thing, that kind of stuff.
That it was, and then I would get those key points. I'm like, oh yeah, I keep forgetting that it's a retelling. Oh, okay, I get it.
I just read a lot of Beauty and the Beast retellings. I do. Like,
I think that is what was missing for me for it to feel Beauty and the Beast was that he was not a scarred hero in the physical sense.
Yeah. It's just basically him keeping her there, forcing her to do whatever to be able to rescue her dad. Like those were really the only Beauty and the Beast feelings that I got.
The curse was like the big thing.
The curse, and she had one of the nurses or one of the guys that worked with her dad was named Gaston, or somebody was Gaston. Like there
was. I don't remember.
I don't even remember that.
There was So there was either Gaston or Lumiere. There was somebody that had a name for one of the people. Like I agree with Megan. I thought it was very heavy, but I also babysat these kids that watched it constantly on reruns. And so all of these things stand out to me because I watched it over and over and over and over again.
I watched
so
Beauty and the Beast more than anything, I think. Like I watched that so many times. And it was like one of my favorite Disney movies. So I think but I think that's why I love those. I think that's why I love
exactly.
those.
I think so too. Like, her dad thought he was going because he was an inventor, like he was going to MIT. Like he thought he was going to MIT. Like
what's
those
that have to do with
things.
Beauty and the Beast?
Her father's an inventor.
Her father was an inventor, and then he like goes to the Beast thing, and then he's captured there, and so she has to go get him out, and then trades herself for her father, type of thing. So that's kind of
really
very happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember.
I love Beauty and the Beast. I just kept forgetting that it was a retelling until something would happen, and I'd be like,
something would happen.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea what was happening then.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, I know you in movies. I am not surprised at all.
Now, if there was a singles retelling, I would be all over it. But
yes, I know you would.
The only movie I can remember.
Yeah, because you watched it on repeat.
Well, and it's like I watched it a lot, like with my kid too, when he was younger. But I watched that movie a lot, like when I was a kid on VHS.
Yeah. My kids love the remake. It's probably the only Disney remake they actually like. But they love the remake. And during COVID, we would always do Disney dinner and a movie, and we'd have movie themed dinners and stuff. And Beauty and the Beast was the first one that we did. We even had the gray stuff. It was delicious. So,
Three boys. We watched Cars.
Sorry.
And
my brother's favorite one was Beauty and the Beast. So we watched it a lot.
All that stuff.
My son's favorite movie growing up was Transformers. He always wanted to watch Transformers. So
Mater's my favorite. My name's Mater.
My son put on Shrek. Like I know, like every line, like the Shrek movies. It was like constant repeat of Shrek.
Yes, in our house too. Yeah, that and SpongeBob.
Yeah, SpongeBob. I'm sorry, Megan. Apparently I don't know what's happening.
Well, I read a lot of Beauty and the Beast retellings where it's like historical romance because they love to do those for them. And so I like those when the guy, because they'll be like a scarred war hero or something, or his face is disfigured, or he's like secluded and very like beastly. And so that's when I like those. They don't have the specific like father thing. It's mostly like he's just beastly and like kind of grumpy, and that's kind of as close to it as it gets.
Go ahead, Jen.
I was going to say, she might have done like a really interesting take on a retelling then, because it sounds like she did something different, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just forgot.
See, I needed it to be where apparently he looks like a beast. She wears a yellow dress.
And they dance.
Slides around on her ladder.
He gives her a library. Like, Andy.
He kept saying he was a beast. She wore a gold dress to the ball.
Yes, there was a library situation.
Yeah,
she needed the armoire to come to life, and like the candlestick to come to life.
Talking teapot.
Now thinking about it, you guys are right there. It was really heavy. I just kept forgetting.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the next
it didn't bother me how heavy it was. Like I didn't care. I was kind of expecting it to be heavy when I read the synopsis. I was like,
but it was heavy.
Okay, well now I need to go watch that Swan movie and reread Unveil by Greer Rivers and see what I missed there.
See, and I'm excited to read that one. Listen to the audio because the audio is coming, because the little girls that I babysat, that was their other favorite movie. So I had to watch that one on return. That one and Thumbelina, and Thumbelina bored the crap out of me. So
that's what also I read. One of my biggest disappointments, I think, was I read Joanna Shoup's Gilded Heiress, and I was so excited for it. And it was, I know you guys aren't totally into historical, but it was the Anastasia retelling, and it was like way too much Anastasia retelling, where I was like, okay, like it was really heavy handed. I didn't like that one though, because she did it in first person and wrote like very modern. And I was like, this doesn't even seem like a historical romance at this point. It was weird. But I was like, that was a lot of people's complaint too, is like, okay, I know everything that's going to happen because this is like just like watching the Anastasia cartoon, basically. Like,
Yeah, Yeah, that's
Well,
not
we
good.
have not had very many people tune into this, so thank you, Megan, for being here.
Yeah,
But
you're the champion, Meg.
maybe retellings were just not anyone's cup of tea.
Or
Maybe
it was
it's
like
just
maybe they didn't want to do the duet and have to stop. Who knows? You know, like that could be
Or
it.
maybe they don't have power and they're just sitting at
Yeah.
home freezing.
Which I must be infuriating people in my tank top right now, like as I'm
I'm in my comfort hoodie. Like,
not gotten any snow this year, but we just keep getting rain and gray days.
Mhm.
Everybody's
Yeah,
been
my son's
posting-
in Washington and he was saying like it wasn't as snowy as like last year.
no,
You
it's
know,
not. We
it's
haven't had
just
snow yet.
been
I normally get
He's on
snow
the
around
other side of the
Christmas and in
state, so
January.
we should have at least gotten something. But I'm sure Jen does not want to hear this. But I was
know.
very jealous of all the people who were posting like, "Oh, we're not going to be able to leave our house for several days. Get your 10 plus books ready." And I'm like, I want to stay home with my 10 plus books. No, and good.
But I don't want to deal with the snow shoveling out
I don't
the
get to do any
I
of
don't.
that.
That's what I got a teenage son for. Go shovel the driveway. We're not going anywhere.
Thank you, Megan.
So,
Oh,
we're
thanks,
always
Megan.
happy when you're here,
Me
Megan.
too.
Mm-mm.
We
Yeah.
should have just sent you the link and you could have hopped on with us.
I know.
True. True.
Oh, I mean, we are doing better. She did rate it a 3.5, so we're getting there.
Yeah, I don't know if Jan read it.
Jan's
Jan's the one that will give it the 1-2 stars. We gotta
She
see.
does not hold back.
She hasn't been able to come to the last couple lives, so she'll let me know, like, on my Discord, like, oh yeah, it was a 2, and I'm like, dang it.
We need to ask Jan like what some of her top books are, and just
does she like books at all?
Yeah, like have her give us her favorite books that we could like try reading or something.
Yeah, what were your top 3 books of 2025? Like,
Yeah,
I need to know
Yeah.
what.
yeah, and just see like, is she on like, are we all in the same area, or is she just like,
Yeah.
Yeah. She's out here reading Wuthering Heights and we're out here reading smut.
Well, maybe this was a good thought though. Like from now on, I mean, we've been doing this. It's going to be 3 years in April, right?
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
Picking like a duet maybe is not a good idea.
Yeah.
Next time we'll try not to do that.
Okay.
Well, it's always like the end of the year and the beginning of the year. There's not too much to choose from, and then we run into the problem of you guys read so much. I never know. Like when it comes my turn to start picking, I'm like, ugh, I dread it. I'm like, I'm never gonna find something that we all haven't read.
I'm sorry.
I've read the next one. Sorry.
That's okay. Well, there wasn't a lot coming out in February.
No.
February sucks.
Out at the end of
and they were all coming later in the month too.
Yeah.
So it's like any options were like too late.
Right.
Like too late.
Yeah. I want to give people at least a few, at least 2 weeks to be able to read a story.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Oh, Amber, Jen, have you read The Way Back to Us by Samantha Christie?
No,
I haven't.
Megan, you gave it 5 stars.
There's no audio for it yet. You guys need to though. It's so good.
It was really good.
Yeah. So they're a couple. They've been together since they were young, since they were 14. And he is in the military and she runs the family coffee shop. And he is 20 some days from getting out of the military when these military personnel walk in and tell her that he's died. And she goes through the whole process of having a funeral and whatever. And they've been trying to get pregnant doing IVF for years. She went behind his back before he came home and did one more round of IVF. And so now she finds out she's pregnant at the funeral. And then about 2 weeks after the funeral, the same guys show up at the coffee shop and she's like, what could be now? You literally cannot ruin my life any more than you have.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, there was a mistake. He's alive. He just has amnesia. And he doesn't know who he is or he doesn't know his parents. He doesn't know anything. And so he has been at this military base in Germany this whole time. They thought he was a different soldier that survived the crash or survived the roadside bomb. And it turns out that he is her husband. But when I say he remembers nothing, he remembers nothing. And now here she is pregnant and he's coming home and remembers absolutely nothing. It is
really good.
gut wrenching. It is so angsty. Just yeah.
Okay, I'm adding that to my TBR.
So
did you
good.
talk about that on your favorite books of the year when you guys did that? Was that because I was like, that's sounding really familiar to me?
Because I read that one, and we read that one in Silent Flames within the same week. Like it was a doubleheader that time because Silent Flames was just, oh my god, so good. Yeah. Yep.
We need to talk about doing like a collab video again. We haven't done one of those in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
I don't have any ideas off the top of my head other than we started talking about it a while ago, Amber, because we had all these books and you hadn't read them yet. And we're like, ooh, we should do something. But
yeah. And if I finally read BJ Alpha and like your guys' books that you keep.
Yep. BJ Alpha's good. I need to get into that too.
Who?
BJ Alpha. I've only read one.
You read Veld and Hate, right?
Yes.
Or Shaw, yeah.
Yep.
Veld and Hate, yep.
A good thriller suspense book for her book club. I like good suspense books too.
Like a thriller suspense or
like a thriller romance.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Because I read romantic suspense, but it's not like thriller. I think.
Yeah, so do you want just straight up thriller or do you want the romance?
Yeah.
Yeah. Specify that real quick and then
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because I could say Hills of Shivers and Shadows because it's got like thriller crazy stuff.
That would be intense for a book club.
Yeah.
That's a lot of book.
And then they're not used to reading that and they'd be like, oh, this is my first Pam Godwin. And then, oh, there you go.
Yeah, maybe not. Start with the trilogy and then cut to the next book that's over 700 pages.
Right. Last night, over the weekend, she added more to it because all of us beta readers came back to her with our notes. So she added like 20,000 more words to it.
Oh, no.
So there's that.
Suspense.
Girl, they just wanted regular suspense. Okay.
I love The Unraveling by Vi Keeland. I thought that was so good.
So that one, I remember you talking about that one. That is not romantic at all, right? Or maybe not really. I love it.
No. I mean, it does have some to it, but.
What about the one that we both read by Taryn Fisher this year? The Wives?
The Wives
by Taryn Fisher.
That was good.
And you also have those two by Serena Bowen as well. The 5-year something, right?
5-year lie.
5-year lie.
I think Megan's talking about The Unraveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good.
I've read a few.
It does need to be romantic.
Ooh. Then go with the Serena Bowen one.
Be romantic. Okay, so a romantic suspense. I was gonna say I've read a few. There's like Brennan did a few books a while back. I haven't read anything from her in a long time, but they were more thriller, less romantic. But there is a romantic aspect to it, so never mind.
Oh, Claire Kingsley does that too.
Yeah.
And hers.
I know Catherine Cowles does a lot of romantic suspense, but it's heavier. Like, I think it's like, I think they kind of want more suspense thriller aspects than just romantic suspense.
Does not
need to be.
All right. Check out.
I haven't read thrillers in a really long time, but I'm sure everybody, this is kind of hard for book club, but I love like Gone Girl, like the Gillian Flynn, like those kind of books were like, I really liked those. And then I used to read a lot of like Dean Koontz and Stephen King type of like thriller stuff, but it's been so long. Like I don't really.
I totally think The Unraveling would be really good for a book club because it would definitely give you stuff to talk about. Like when I finished it, I wanted to have somebody to talk to about the ending. I made my husband listen to me. So like
he loves that.
Like how.
But another good one, it's not really like a thriller, but it has very twisty, is Perfect Strangers by J.T. Geisinger.
Well, that might be a good
That's another one where you need somebody to talk to about the ending, Jessica.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I'm still waiting.
Well, you're waiting a while.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I think my thriller ones and suspense ones are like really dark. too. Like I like Gone Girl. I like Sharp Objects by her was like really blew my mind.
Yeah, I have a lot of psychological thrillers.
Yeah, like that's kind of like that one was really intense, but like it deals with really dark, you know, self-harm and like different things too, and like a suspense element, and it was really good. And they did a show on it too on HBO.
Oh, if you want one with romance, though, I would say Death Valley by Karina Halley. That keeps you on your toes too. It's a thriller. That's like White Walkers meets Yellowstone.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa has always been a fan favorite of mine. I've read a lot of.
You like the twist. If you like the twist, the unraveling, it's got a twist in it too.
I love my
Hearts by Jennifer Hiller. I haven't read that.
Oh yeah, I used to have that book a long time ago. I gave that away like years ago. That was a good one.
Do we have anything else to say about Cursed King?
No.
Julie does have a new series coming out though that's in her
Boston.
Well, it's her Boston world, but I was gonna say like in her regular style, but I wasn't sure that that's how I wanted
a
to
regular contemporary.
In her contemporary world. Forever Boston, that series is coming out this month because this is February. I think it's like February 16th, I believe, which I'm excited for a new world from her. I enjoyed the Undeniably series. I have one book left in that I haven't read, but I've read, I think there were like 7 or 8 in that one.
Yeah, I only read like the last, I think 3 or 4 in that series, but I really enjoyed them. And it was the first time I had read her. So I think you could definitely jump in anywhere in those too and still really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good series. Did you read the one where he falls for his brother's ex? She comes to hide on his yacht and he shows up.
I don't think so.
I love that one. Are you talking about Julie or somebody else, Megan? Sorry, I don't know when your comment popped up.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to talk about what we're currently reading, and then Jen, you can tell us what's coming next for our Buddy Reads?
Yes.
Oh, Jennifer Hiller has a new one coming out.
Oh.
What am I reading? Hold on, I just started it.
I know. I was like, I don't think I even have anything to talk about with what I'm reading because I just finished stuff up like last night.
I know what I'm reading.
You have been reading like a boss, Amber.
Yeah, Amber.
Not compared to you guys. You guys always like when I look at your numbers.
You are way ahead of us.
Last year you read over 500 books.
No, it was 400 and something. Because did you guys notice this on Goodreads? I didn't notice till I looked at when I was going to do my end of the year, my Goodreads said 500 something. And then my spreadsheet said something completely different. And it was anytime I would like manually log stuff. I didn't have it connected to say I mark it as read on my Kindle. But if it's on my Kindle, it would still mark it as read like it's like a duplicate. Separately? Yeah. And I was like, what the heck? So I had to manually go through and remove all those. And it was a pain in the butt because it wouldn't just let me like select multiple. I had to do them individually and then it'd refresh the page and I'd have to go in. I was like, what the heck is this? And I noticed it's doing it again. So it's like, even if you don't have that selected to mark it as read, it's doing it anyways if your Kindle's tied to your
Goodreads. That's why I don't because I got my new one at Christmas and it wanted to connect and I was like, no.
I made the mistake of connecting mine my very first time that I started using a Kindle, and it was such a disaster. I don't link it to my Goodreads.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do that. I thought like it was better when it's connected for like the giveaways and stuff, but I don't even really do a ton of those. So like I won a giveaway one time and I still haven't gotten the book. So it was like months ago. So
and I think it I also heard too, like if you don't go to the if you finish the book and you don't read like all the acknowledgments in the back of the page, it won't mark it on Goodreads as finished. So that's why I was like, no, that's okay.
Well, yeah, because the other day I was reading a book and it said I was only like I think it was like 80. I was like barely hit the 80%. Like it wasn't like very far into the 80s. And I was done. And there were like 30 some pages of the next book and some other stuff. And I don't usually read those. So
I hate it when it does that too, because you have no idea how close you are, like in the book. And then you're like, wait, I'm done at 80 something percent. Like, what's the rest of this? Because I like to know where I'm at, like within it. And when it does that, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
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 So Megan is reading Pretty Prey by A. Zavarelli.
Ooh, how are you liking that? I've seen a lot of positive things. That's the second one. And I just need Ashley to answer an email every once in a while for me. And I would be happy because I would love to have those in the box. But she's being Ashley. So we'll see. And she's really good friends with Natasha Knight. And I'm like, Natasha, could you just tell Ashley to answer me? That would be great. Thank you. So, yeah.
Megan says she's really liking it so far.
Good.
I think I've only read Crow by her, and then like
That's
never
one of her early ones.
Yeah, I've never continued the series. So I'm like, I need to jump on and read some more.
Her new ones are really good. I mean, she's got a lot of really good things out there. And she and
that
Natasha
one was
write
really
together.
old. Like when I read it, I was like, oh wow, this was like probably really good like back when it came out. But to me, like with what I've read now, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, but
I love her and Natasha write together, and they have this IVI world, so the Secret Society world, and I love the stuff that they write in that Secret Society. So it's just dark and yummy.
Yeah.
Jen, what are you reading?
I'm reading Come What May by Corinne Michaels. I just started it.
How far are you? Oh, you just started?
I literally just started. I think I'm on like the second or third page. So I had to run out and help shovel snow. So I'm excited.
Oh, I can't wait to hear I loved it. I can't wait to hear what you think.
Yeah, I was like, that's how I want to start my month. So I'm excited.
There you go. Yeah.
What are you guys reading? Oh, and I'm listening to Unlikely. I forgot about that. I'm listening to Unlikely by Marley Valentine, which has been on my TBR for quite some time, but it's part of a world that I've read before. So it's like already jumping into immediately being sad. So I was like, okay, I need a little bit of Corinne Michaels here.
Yeah. I finished a reread for Coveted last night. One that kind of jumped up on us. Huh?
Which one?
One for Coveted.
I'm sorry.
I'll tell you after. It's one that hasn't been announced yet.
When you drop hints and you won't tell us, everybody takes a drink, and then we'll be sloshed before everybody.
It's one that's coming up that that was on the list of ones for everybody to read, and I didn't think it was going to happen because we hadn't heard from the author's people, and they were kind of dicking around with the contract. And then I told our artist, I was like, I don't think it's going to happen because it has to be done in February in order for the pre-sale in March. And they were like, okay, no big deal. And I was like, yeah, I haven't heard, so we're just going to scrap that and start working on the next book for the next box. And then like 2 hours later, I get a message from her people. Hey, yeah, no, this is all cool. We're ready to sign. And I'm like, oh my God. So it was like, I have to like jump back into it. So luckily it's just one book and not like a whole series, but still, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I think I'm going to pick up, I've downloaded a couple of LV Lane's books from her fantasy series, and I want to read a couple of those this month to support her. She's going through something pretty just pretty hard on her, and it's a medical thing. She just doesn't want it out there. She just has told people that medically she's got some issues. So I want to try and support her this month and read as many of hers as I can that I haven't read. So I'll jump into one of those here. Yeah. So, and Amber, you're not really into anything right this second?
I was kind of starting Lore by Lily Mayne, which is like the 7th book in her Monsters series, but it's like 640 something pages. And I was like, why is this twice as long as all the other books? And it was supposed to be a novella, I remember. And then now it's like, and I think we've been waiting forever for the other book.
Yeah.
Too, and it's like been a couple years, and so I was like, ooh, like, do I really want to read this, or do I want to use a credit on an audiobook?
That is an audio. That is always an audio credit. I'm sorry, it is, and that's like after reading Rise of Ink and Smoke this week, I'm like, no big books for a while, please. Because that took me 3 days.
It was kind of like I kept pushing it off because I'm like, why it's so long? Like, I don't understand. And I'm like worried it's going to just, and I've been having trouble focusing reading physically. Like, that's why my book counts are always like audiobooks, basically. Because like I've just been stressed out. Like, my mom wants to sell the property and I live on her property in my grandma's house. And then she's like, oh yeah, in a month. And I'm like, okay, I got to downgrade a 2-bedroom, 2-bath to like a 1-bedroom apartment. Like, I have so much to do that I'm just been like not focusing. I've had a lot of issues. So I'm like, am I going to focus on a 600 something page book or what? Like, I don't know.
Listen to the audio as you're packing stuff up. That's what you do. Pam's is worth it, but still, it was just. Oof.
Yeah, I think Pam's, she like, even like when I was worried about Hills of Shivers and Shadows when it was like 700 or whatever, it's still like I finished it so fast because hers can hook me. I feel like this is going to be kind of drawn out. Like,
and my thing with that is that work was crazy busy this week, and then Stacy and I took off on a retreat to try and plan things for the business on Thursday. So I didn't and I was sick, so I had it for a week earlier, but I was so sick I couldn't concentrate, and so it was just it was a lot. I had a hard time just reading in general. Not that I wanted to be in the book, I just had other things that were
I know. I felt like it took me super long time. I just read a Tal Bauer where it's like literally just a little over 200, but it took me a couple days to finish it. But I really loved it. It's like not their fault. It's a me problem, I'm like, I still loved it, but it's like, I just need to.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you reading, Andy?
I'm reading Here for the Cake by Jennifer Milliken. Milliken. And I'm also reading, I have like 3 books going on my Kindle at once, and I don't really know why.
What
was the other book I was reading? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I started Be Mine by, I can't see because the Kindle check mark is in the way. Is it Philip or M.L. Philpott?
I've never heard of that.
Sure.
Yes.
She writes, you know who I'm talking about?
No.
She has written the Twisted Holidays novellas. I've read one of hers before. I read her Christmas one. This is the holiday one. And then Father of the Bride by Daisy Jane. I got the ARC for that, and it just came to my Kindle like a day or 2 ago, and I really want to start that. It doesn't come out until the end of the month, so I was like, oh, should I wait and read it towards the end of the month, like closer to when it comes out? But I really want to read it.
Are you sure it's not like 900 pages and that's why she gave you all that extra time?
No, I'm on her actual content team, so she wants to send the ARCs out to the people on her content team early, so it's like a little bit of a bonus for people. They get them earlier.
Good. Yeah.
I'm just looking at all the audiobooks that I had on my TBR, and I'm trying to figure out like what do I want to read? I don't even know, I don't know.
How many books do you have on your TBR for February?
I don't know, quite a bit. I'm like, why did I put this much for a shorter month? And then like, I'm not in a good place mentally. Like, why did I? But a lot of it that I do on my TBR is mostly audiobooks because I know I can bang those out because I listen to them all day at work. I listen to them while I'm doing stuff around the house. So I'm like, okay, I can get these audiobooks done. It's just the physically reading. I'll make that smaller, basically. Like, I only have 2 ARCs for the month because I basically stopped really requesting a ton of ARCs unless it's like something I really want. I still request a lot of ALCs, but because I listen to audiobooks a lot more. So
yeah. Audiobooks are my lifeline right now.
Jen, do you want to tell us what we're going to do for next month?
Yes, we are going to read The Exception by Vi Keeland, which is a standalone, no cliffhangers. Do you have the, yes. This is the one that you got the pink cuffs from, right?
Yes.
I was like, ooh, playtime.
I was so surprised to get that.
I know. I was like, I saw your face when you opened them. I'm like, oh, she was surprised. The boss employee And there's like I don't know, I just really enjoy Vikeyland. There's always some kind of like fun little twist with her or whatever. So I guess is this the one where she does the dating app and then doesn't realize and then she doesn't realize what type of dating app it is until she meets the guy, and then they go their separate ways, but then she sees him at work the next day. So
I was trying to figure out if I ever read her before, and then I think it was I looked on my Goodreads. I'd only read it when she writes with like Penelope Ward or something. So I think I've only read like 2 books. So I'm interested to see.
I really like both of those authors, but she always just I don't know. She always does like some type of twist that makes me like emotional. Like sometimes like where you like almost tear up, or maybe sometimes tear up, but it's more like I don't know. So I'm excited. I need something. I need a palate cleanser because I have a couple darker books that I want to read this month. So
yeah.
And that will be, when will that be? That will be on February 22nd, back to our normal time at 1 p.m. your time, 4 p.m.
I totally forgot this was 2 till I looked at the graphic, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm glad I looked. I was just thinking it was at 1 today.
That could be why we didn't have as many people popping on too. We're at a different time.
Yeah. Thank you guys for accommodating that. We already had scheduled like from a month prior, an interview with an author, and we didn't like you know the time.
It worked good for me too, you know.
It actually worked out for me too because I was
shoveling snow.
So deep. Yeah, I was knee deep in snow. So
God.
How much do you have?
I mean, we got like 7 or 9 inches in some places. So
Wow.
I mean, it just did not stop all day yesterday. So
that's crazy.
Seen the jokes that people keep doing
with their husbands?
Yes, and they're like, we got 3 to 5 inches, and she's like, that's so much, and he's like,
no, it's like, well, he'll be like, no, it's not. She's like, no, that's a lot, right?
No, the one I've seen a couple, and he's always like, yeah, that's a lot.
Oh my God.
5 inches right now.
Yeah. Oh, there's that too. Yeah.
And that's it. But I'm working on the what is that? The graphics, and I'll get those up to you guys.
Oh,
so then we'll put them up in just a couple days for everybody.
Awesome.
Actually, I think I'm pretty done, so I'll send them.
Okay. Perfect.
Awesome.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Another book club in the books.
Yeah. Feels like it's been a long time, you know? It's like
buddy reading the books.
And then we'll be back.
She misses seasons. I don't think that people who live where the sun is all the time get to have conversations about that. Megan and Amber
missing seasons.
I know. I was gonna complain about the east winds. Like we had really bad, but I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna be quiet.
Am I just giving you evil eyes?
They're really messing up my allergies right now. Like, really can't.
We're in our gray season. Here in a few months, it'll be lighter gray. You know. Yeah. So
I know we get jealous of people that get snow, but then when I really want the snow, like no, like I always want to like be somewhere in the East Coast where they actually have like fall, like where it's really fall, not like out in San Diego where it's not fall.
Yeah. So she would trade us in a heartbeat. When it's sunny every day, you don't appreciate it.
Where are you moving to?
I would love the opportunity to see if that's true.
I don't want that opportunity. I'm good.
I know.
It is true.
Yeah.
Because I missed the seasons when I did not get them. So I'm not.
I do want to experience like a Vermont or Connecticut fall with all.
Yeah, I just want to go out there for a vacation in the fall. Like when I read like Stephen King, Dean Koontz books, you would feel like the fall vibes and like in those areas. And I was like, oh, that'd be so cool to see like a fall. But we pay so much here, like because of the weather. You know, it's like, okay, this is why it's so expensive here. And it's why but a lot of people are leaving California and going out other places. But
I mean, we get fall here. I mean, like I love when the trees start to change colors and I'm driving down our road and it's just this multitude of just fall colors.
Yeah,
It's
we have
gorgeous.
like a great week of wonderful fall weather before it becomes Mr. Goose.
Just
settle
rain.
down.
Yeah,
Yes.
before the rains. Yeah, Mandy, I think gets more rain now where she's at than I do up here, but still.
If I do,
Yeah.
it's not that much more, I don't think. I don't live in Forks.
Thank God.
Forks, Washington.
You don't want to live there. Or the Hump Tulips.
Oh, Megan's moving to Tennessee. She will never come back to visit once we leave. I can have it. Well, thank you. I will take Hawaii.
I'm like Hawaii. Oh my God. When we went on vacation there, I was so like, I'm like, I want to be here forever. Like I didn't want to leave.
But it's so
like,
expensive. Like I can see why
I
she wants
know.
to go to Tennessee. That's going to be
like, I was like the food there, like
Hawaii
everything was so expensive. I was like, oh, okay, this is even more expensive than the food in San Diego.
It's more expensive than Alaska.
Washington is more expensive.
Really? Because Washington doesn't charge me $75 a head for brunch.
Well, I don't know where you were, but like gas prices and stuff, Washington, we've been like #1, and then California will like bump us out, and then we are quick to reclaim our title.
I wasn't doing a lot of driving at Hawaii.
Yeah, it's ridiculous here. But also, I think like in Tennessee and other places, you get more seasons. We don't get like seasons here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll see everybody like that lives out here. It's like the winter and they're like at the beach, you know, like that's basically, you know, and I get tired of it because it's like it gets hot so early and like I can't handle the heat and it like, you know, I don't want to run my AC 24/7. Like it's just, it gets so hot up where I live. And so that's when I'm like, I'd rather have the cold seasons. Like I'm happy it's colder for us right now because I don't want to get to the hot season where I'm dying.
So Amber, are you moving to like an apartment or what's your plan?
That's
I'm looking, I was trying to do 1 bedroom, but then I'm like, I might have to do a 2 bedroom because these 1 bedrooms are so small and it's like almost like the 1 bedrooms are almost the same price as like the 2 bedrooms with, you know, and I still have my son's bed, his stuff here. I mean, I don't think he's ever coming back, but like, so he had a place to stay if he came. So I don't know. I'm just basically looking around right now and then just trying to like, because I live in my grandma's old house too. So I have all her like antiques, her old furniture, all this stuff that I have to like figure out what to do with. And so it's just been like, oh my gosh. Like yesterday I was like clearing out multiple dressers to get rid of clothes I don't wear anymore because I need to like get rid of so much stuff. So
are you going to stay there then in California?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't leave here. I don't know.
Come to Washington.
That's where my son lives. He lives in Spokane.
But it's not.
Oh, your son's on the other side. So he has some seasons over there.
Yeah. He loves it. Like, that's why I'm like, I don't think he'll come back. Cause like, I'm like, what's so great? Why don't you want to come back to California? So that's like our next vacation. Me and my mom were like, oh, let's go up to Washington. And, you know, we'll do like, I've always wanted to do the whitewater rafting and like, they've got like, so yeah, he's like, oh, cause I love, there's so much outdoor stuff you can do out here. I'm like, you play video games 24/7. I don't, how are you experiencing the outdoor?
Yeah, my sister lives out in the Spokane area. So, yeah. There is the whitewater rafting. Mandy and I did it over in the Wenatchee area. Well,
yeah.
So, hey.
All right.
Are we wrapping up?
We're wrapping up.
Yeah.
Megan says she is looking forward to 4 seasons.
You'll love it, Megan.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
Well, thank you for joining us. Those of you who did, or if you're watching this on the replay. And we'll see everybody. What'd you say, February 22nd?
22nd.
On Jen's channel. And we'll be reading
the graphics will be right.
Hopefully.
All right. I'm going to hit the end button.
Bye, guys.
Bye.